Hashtag Burst TV week 151. It is coming from LGBTQ Niger at LGBTQ Niger. And of course, Niger is a shorthand, affectionate shorthand for Nigeria. And here is the video.
To make a relationship work, it takes a lot of forgiveness and hard work. You can't just walk away every time things start to get difficult.
Talk about it, sister. Okay. Now, okay. So I will. I don't have. I won't be before you long, but I do have some things to say as far as that. And first thing that I thought of, I was like, that is. Oh crap! I started the 1 minute thing, but I don't need more than a minute. But the first thing that came to mind as far as that is, wow, like that just speaks to me so much and how it relates to me, because I am often like that guy who's like, I am always looking for the honeymoon phase, and I am trying to get better at not always looking for the honeymoon phase. Oh, okay, so this will be 1 minute. I'll restart it. That'll be my 2 minutes. Anyway, but I'm not somebody who's just always looking, or I don't. I do want to look for more, and I know it about myself, and it's, oh man, there are things that have been speaking to me about how quickly I will walk away from relationships and be like, well, we're not doing XYZ anymore, so he must not really like me the way I liked him. So we should call it quits. But really, that's just me getting out. We get out of the honeymoon phase, and after the honeymoon phase, I'm like, I'm ready to call it quits. And I should not be that. Now, I remember my counselor. Oh, and one of my counselors, and she was wonderful back in Maryland. What she said is, she's like, it's so interesting how in relationships, everybody's always like, they're afraid to get played. So they don't want to try. They don't want to give people a chance because they're afraid of being played. Anyway, I'll save the rest for my 1 minute. Well, my other 1 minute. Anyway, who's next? Kevin.
Yeah, in regards to their being afraid of being played, the way I always look at it, if that's the way, I'll say person or whoever, Mary Jane feels. If you're afraid of being played, then are you afraid of being alone? Because that's what it's gonna come down to.
Ouch. All right. ChrisSEE Marie.
So it kind of does allude to like forgiveness can be if really what are you forgiving in the first place? What are you forgiving a person for? Usually when you forgive someone, they've done something wrong or they've done something to hurt you. So in my mind, of course it takes a lot of forgiveness if somebody has done that. A lot of people do things and they don't even realize they're hurting someone they love, and they don't realize that they're betraying or they're deceiving or whatever. They just think people do things because, oh, I'm protecting this person. That's why people lie. But really, in reality, in essence, that's not what it's doing. It's creating an illusion. It's not creating a happiness. It's not creating a reality that you both want to live in. So, definitely honesty is um, really important. But to make a relationship work, it takes a lot of forgiveness if you want to be in, a committed partnership with someone. So, definitely takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of inner work. You have to be honest with yourself. What is it that you want? And if you want something, you have to hold yourself to the same standard that you would hold your partner to if you're in a relationship. So, you know, forgiveness it's not one-sided either. You have to forgive yourself as well. And you have to forgive the other person if you're the one who's done something wrong, or, it's really multifaceted, that word, that action, that behavior. That's a step, and it's not you can't to not just walk away. I don't know, like, cause me, I always say, oh, I keep the Nike strap. It's true. I'm walking away from anything that's not going to give me love. That's not going to give me life. If it's going to hurt me perpetually, it's going to consistently hurt me. I'm walking away. I'm not going to stick around for that and continue to forgive and all that, because that's just stupid. It's stupid. You can give a person a chance, but sometimes doing that makes a person who's done it multiple times, unless that's just who they are, it might be what helps them to change. So that's my answer.
1 minute.
I just wanted to chime in and say, on some level, forgiveness is a two-way street. Now, not always, but sometimes you have to look at what you contributed to the situation also.
Victim blaming. No, I'm kidding.
I
Now,
don't know. I just want to say this. In my mind, somebody who would say that, and shout out to my Nigerian friends. I have lots of friends in Nigeria. Thank you so much if you're tuning in. And I love LGBTQ Niger. I love her posts. Um, uh, Man, you don't have to put up with nobody's bullshit. You are not here to please anyone. Period. Your happiness begins with you, and you taking bullshit that's not gonna make you happy. It's gonna, like, have you all confused and stuff, and, like, spiritually everywhere, and confused and conflicted, and feeling like questioning your own worth. No, no, no. I'll forgive you, but I don't have to deal with you after I do that if I don't want to. Because what are you going to do to my life if I continue to do that and allow you to continue to do that? How is that going to affect the people that I interact with after that? It's like a domino effect. Forgiveness is great. Forgive. For sure, forgive. Because your peace of mind begins there. Okay, I fell for the okie doke. I forgive me, and I forgive you. Now I'm going to put one foot in front of the other and walk the other way, because I'm not going to keep walking in circles. I'm not a part of the children of Israel walking in the wilderness. I'm in the land. I'm in reality. I'm here today. I
That was
have things
quickly
to
announced.
do. And if you don't stop wasting my time, because I have better things to do with it than to keep forgiving someone who doesn't value it. Period.
Okay.
That's my answer.
It's okay. So I'm gonna say a little more too. It's hard because it's like I completely agree with you, ChrisSEE Marie. I also, and I don't want to say I completely agree with you, ChrisSEE Marie, but I'm single, but that's kind of what I kind of am saying because there are some cases it was like, yeah, that was done. That was done. But there's sometimes that you look back and you're like, ooh, even listening, man, listening to my old YouTube video, because I've been doing YouTube since I was 25 years old and I'm 38. But listening to my old YouTube video when I broke up with the dude who was the gorgeous thick dark chocolate dude who mind fucked me, I was like, oh my gosh, what I was complaining about, I was so totally wrong. Totally wrong. So sometimes it's like you there's that as well. So sometimes it's just an issue of working through it, but that's my 1 minute. Sometimes that's an issue of working through it, but poo.
But keep talking. But what? I want to know. Spill the tea. Say it.
Okay. Well, it's like, yes, sometimes that's just the thing, but it's I don't know because it's tough, and like I said, with him, I I was even talking to the wow. See, I'm so honest with everybody, but I was just talking with the guy that I'm attempting talking with right now, because stuff, and wow, I don't need to be that honest, but I told him about how I messed things up with the dude in my 20s because I was too needy, and he was working on his freaking PhD, and I was like, I want you to dedicate this time to me. And it's like sometimes you don't sometimes you're wrong. Anyway, so yeah, sometimes I can be wrong. So sometimes it's worth going back and reevaluating.
Sometimes, but you have needs. If you're in a relationship, you both have needs. And what LGBTQ Niger was saying is just like this made me thinking. Just that when you said that is like, oh, to make a relationship work, it takes a lot of forgiveness because not a lot of people know that because they haven't communicated those things. You haven't communicated those things yet,